What's up, guys? So we have some Overprime news. Now, Overprime says that they are going to be dropping a patch on the 29th of January, which is 2 days from now, as of the day that we're making this video. And interestingly enough, they're just announcing we're releasing an update, and that's it. A lot of us were expecting, like, hey, you know what, like, Overprime went quiet. They went into the, hey, like, they're working hard, planning on a big release, and a lot of people honestly speculated that was going to be towards a push towards a Steam release, but it looks like that'll be coming down the road still, and unfortunately that's not what we're getting now. But as far as major news, now for those of you that are not aware in the world of gaming giants and stuff like that, now gaming giant Netmarble actually acquired SoulEve, the creators of Overprime. For those of you that don't know, Netmarble is basically a gaming giant that has a backstory basically full of mobile games. So it's interesting to see them pick up Overprime and SoulEve, but it's actually a very, very smart decision. Just think of it this way: in a world where all these giants, specifically, let's say a competitor, Tencent, well, not necessarily a competitor, we'll get into the details. Let's say, for example, Tencent owns League of Legends, has their hands dipped into multiple MOBAs and everything. A Netmarble as a company doesn't necessarily have a MOBA that they're dipped into like that. So they're acquiring a small company that's up and coming with a lot of potential, and they're actually basically saying, hey, this is going to be the MOBA that we're going to push towards competitive gaming. I got an article here by eGamers that I'll read to you now. It says, as you know, there's several clones of the closed MOBA Paragon from Epic Games in development, but now at least one of them has a chance to be released. Netmarble has announced the purchase of Team SoulEve, a small Korean team working on Overprime. Team SoulEve will be part of Netmarble's FNC's in-house studio that released the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross on mobile. Now, for those of you that don't know, the 7 Deadly Sins mobile game is actually a really, really fun mobile game, but the monetization in that game is to a whole nother level. So a lot of people actually dislike that about the game. So being mindful that they're going to be kind of like roommates with the same team, if you get that analogy. Now they write, but the entire team will continue to work on Overprime. In the future, the publisher is going to turn this game into an esports discipline. So they're confirming here that Overprime will still be worked on after this acquisition, but they're going to push towards an esports discipline. Now, they say there's no exact time on the launch of Overprime. Now, the project is currently in alpha. If you want to play, you go to the website, participate in the alpha test. So that's some big news, especially considering that as of the 29th, after this announcement, people are going to be able to play again. I'm assuming people are going to be able to make accounts again also. So not only is this great publicity for Overprime, it's great news, not only as far as financial backing, but just having a more solidified team. Like, nothing against the team as SoulEve, but they were a very small company working from the ground up. Now they have a giant that says, hey, we have marketing teams, we have legal teams, we have anything that you need at your disposal, basically. And that is huge fucking news. This acquisition not only gives Overprime hope, but it's incredibly smart for Netmarble. Now, a second ago, I mentioned that they're kind of competitors, but not really. Now, the reason why I say it is because Tencent actually owns stock in Netmarble. Like, as far as shareholders go, Tencent is the third highest majority stakeholder in Netmarble. So to a certain extent, they're vested. Just like, for example, Tencent had 48% shareholder stake in Paragon. I don't know if you guys knew that. Now, they never actually confirmed who else owned part of Paragon. They never confirmed if Tencent was the majority shareholder. If you guys know those details, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. But this is where part of me gets worried and part of me gets excited, because Tencent owns so many good games and they dip their hands into a lot of games that have potential, and they financially back them if needed and everything. Like, it's not a bad thing. Like, for those of you that don't know, of course, Tencent still owns shares in Epic Games, like for Fortnite and all that. They still hold shares in Bluehole for PUBG, Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, Activision. They got Call of Duty, World of Warcraft. They got their hands in those. Grinding Gear Games, which is Path of Exile. So it shows hope to me. But then at the same time, when we go back to the whole Paragon thing, they own 48, like I think it was like 48% of Paragon, and yet we saw that project close down by a business decision, right? So it worries me because it's like a double-edged sword. Yes, Team SoulEve and Overprime now have the backing of a giant. They're now part of this team. They were acquired. So now Netmarble not only is influencing, but they're kind of like the dad of the house. You know what I mean? Team SoulEve is just a teenager trying to do their own thing, and then the dad's gonna be like, you're gonna live by my rules. We're gonna let you do what you're doing, but we still have rules that you have to follow in this house. So it's gonna be interesting. Yes, it opens up a huge door of potential, but yes, also it opens up the discretion. Not the discretion, more like the caveat. The fact that yes, they have the potential, but if shit doesn't go as planned, if they don't execute as far as monetarily, if they don't draw in the players that they're expecting, now there is a major business controlling them, saying, hey, maybe that's not the project you should be working on. Maybe you should focus on this other project that makes us more money, because at the end of the day, we're a business and we need to make more money. So right now, they put themselves in basically in the position where Paragon was at. They're backed by a major company. They have a potential. They have opportunities. Now it's going to be, will this game take off, or will it monetarily fail and we end up with another Paragon disaster? I definitely hope it's not the latter. I wish the best for Team SoulEve, Overprime. Congratulations on this acquisition, because it actually is a very, very big deal. And as of right now, besides the epic grant that Predecessor got, and again, that is a no strings attached, that's just a grant. At the end of the day, this is the most solidity that these Paragon games, have announced, as far as on a major scale, major financial backing and everything, right? So the future of Overprime is exciting, but it worries me too, because with such an acquisition comes the world of business, and that world of business is a savage world, and these guys, at the end of the day, they're not going to care about how many people are passionate about the game. They're not going to care about the small core community. At the end of the day, is this project worth investing dollars into? Now, we saw that according to egamers.com, they confirmed that in the future, the publisher is going to turn this game into an esports discipline. So the fact that there is that esports push kind of shows the mentality that they're going to go for and the target audience that they're going to try and reach. The question is, will it be successful? I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. This is incredibly interesting news. I am like, honestly, Tencent's going to own the gaming world. Changed my mind. If you guys want to see more of these videos covering not just like in the traditional Paragon games, if you want me to cover also other gaming related news, acquisitions and stuff like that, because I love talking about all this, we talk about it on stream all the time, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to actually make videos on this subject. But as always, till the next video.